because I think it's quite important to talk about things that we'd want to know, like growing up. So sort of like lessons for our younger self, or letters to your younger self, whatever you prefer. So I don't know, does anyone want to start? Like, what's something that you think you could tell your younger self like now?
Probably like, don't let stuff get to you so easily. Because, you know, in society today, like, you see, or someone does something to you, it's just straight, like, nah.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know what, I'll tell my younger self that the problem that you're going through now is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to die.
Very true. Lauren?
Probably just to, like, be yourself. I feel like, obviously I was myself, but, like, I was very watered down. Like, just doing stuff that I just feel like was okay. But now I'm just like, I do whatever I want and say whatever I want. And you'll just be a lot more happy. No one really actually cares.
That was going to be my one.
Everyone's just trying to do their own thing and like be themselves. So if you do it, people probably like, even if they look at you like you're crazy, like more time that they just want to be able to have the confidence to do what
yeah, that's very true. I agree.
Kira?
Maybe to just be like more confident. Everything's going to work out. Yeah.
True.
Actually, do you know what? I'll actually tell my younger self.
What?
Boys are not like, just get kicked. Like, what's the point? You get what I mean? And friendships, like, these people aren't going to be your friends. That's what I tell my younger self. To get a grip, literally.
How can we all laugh about the boys ones?
Yeah,
Sorry.
because it's true,
What have we been through?
Hell. That's what we've been through. Hell.
Nah, definitely. I'll go more for Florence, but mine would definitely be like, no one cares. Like, when you grow up, you think everyone cares about everything. Like, if you're doing something, but no one cares. Like, sit by yourself at lunch if you want to. Like, no one cares.
Like, does Google know you? Does Google recognise you? No, it's so true though. No one actually cares.
Word.
I feel like when we're younger, we're so used to being impressed by other people and wanting to like validation.
Mm-hmm.
But as you get older, you realise.
But still, some people now in this day seek validation.
But that's
a them problem.
Yeah.
No, I definitely understand it, but when you just like, I remember like being younger and you just think the whole world revolves around you, and it does. But it's like, even if like you trip, you're thinking, oh my gosh, like,
it's embarrassing.
No, I'm not gonna lie, I still do that. You look behind.
Especially from the mains, look up the bus. No, but it's true. Like, no one actually cares. Just live your life, like,
at all.
You shouldn't fall into the trap of society. Like,
and especially like when you're younger, you see how you're growing up and you're getting to know boys, and like some people will feel like pressured into talking to boys, into having sex, into doing these things. Like, no, these men are going to be here to ruin your life for a long time. You don't need to start young.
Don't start your membership early.
Don't try to get old before your age.
Because a lot of these young girls are grown.
When you turn 18, that's it. I'm so sorry.
The bills come.
Yeah, that's when you start realising you don't want to be grown.
You know you don't have to pay council tax if you're a student.
What?
Yeah.
You're paying council tax?
You're paying council tax.
You have to pay for a student. Yeah, they rip you off. What the fuck, girl? So what was you paying council tax?
I'm not saying that. That's big people bills.
No.
I even forgot what I was about to say, but no, it's true. Like, you don't have to rush into things. Like, it's nice to be of a certain age, because obviously that means like a little bit more respect even from your parents, and different time curfews and just different things that you're allowed to do, like driving, studying, whatever. But at the same time, like, it's gonna be there forever. Life is gonna be there forever, and I feel like society, even though it can push you to be like, yeah, you should still be a kid, like, society wants you to be grown from early.
Facts.
Like,
I agree. And I feel like young people forget that you're actually only like 15, you're only 17. Like, you don't need a monk, you don't need a bunker, you don't need a kind of, you don't need niggas going taking you out and paying for dinners. Like, what? How does that even make sense?
A young Nando's, like,
That's 15. You know, these kids will be, I don't want to take me Nando's or cinema. Like, bro, like,
we were going Nando's.
We was in the trenches. Get in the trenches, sis.
It's because a lot of young people see like how old people live, and they think like, I need to start doing this now. If not, then where am I at in life?
Whole life. Like, they haven't even lived
done their GCSE.
Yeah, you know, when you look at it, we only lived 2 decades of our lives. Like, we haven't even turned 50.
We haven't
like,
hit our prime. at all.
Yes. And sometimes
We're still
we
in
tend to forget
education.
that.
Mhm.
Facts.
I feel like when we were growing up, like we had social media, but like it wasn't like influencers and stuff.
No.
So we wasn't
Yeah.
like exposed to the
Yeah,
other
I
life,
agree.
the lifestyle. of
That's
older
true.
people.
That's why when
True.
we was young, we actually looked our age and we
Yeah.
acted our age.
Yeah.
But now, like they're literally trying to be like the people they see on Instagram
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
not.
We
In
weren't
like
trying to live
year
that
7.
life. We weren't
Instagram
trying
is
to,
like a facade.
like, yeah.
Some of them are older than me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
it's
that's when it
crazy.
burns.
Yes.
They'll
my
do something
gosh.
like 19 on the 19th, and I think, wait,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Exactly. Like, I remember when we was 19, not even 19, like 18 or 17, wearing fairy slides for our birthdays. Like,
Times have really
Now they're in
changed.
YSL heels. Like, who
Mhm.
has the
Yes.
YSL money?
No one understand. Like,
Where are you not getting your money
I
from?
don't know. And you
Like-
have seen that thing of like these 15, 17-year-olds, and it was in some like what's that thing? Some back chat thing, and it was
Yeah.
saying how you can't be 17 and asking your
Your
mum
mum for money, yeah, I saw that.
You're a
Huh?
kid.
Yeah.
I'll be.
But you know what it
I'm
is?
20. Ask
Take-
mom for money.
Yeah.
People think about it.
And
When
I'll
we
be
were
30.
17,
Who
Yeah,
wants to
take
come
as
for
much
money?
money
Yeah.
from your
your
parents
parents
as
as you
possible.
can.
Yeah.
because when you get to
literally.
that age,
And they're gonna start saying no at some point, so take it.
but I feel like when we were 17, us all working.
Yeah,
So
that's
True.
17-year-olds right now could be
Yeah,
working.
but the jobs that we was working, we wasn't making enough to be paying for Moncler jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Kind of abuse.
if I was 17 and someone was like, yeah, it's going to be my birthday today, it's going to be a hangout, I'd be like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's
Like,
mad
wow.
pressure on them to think
Yeah.
like that.
That they
That's
have to
very
do
true.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the thing is,
There's no rush.
it's not even a one-off. Like, even it's not that deep, because obviously you can go Hakkasan on like a normal day, but obviously it's your birthday thing. Even the person whose birthday that is, you've got to get the hair, nails, and outfit to fit in a Hakkasan environment
Exactly.
with it being your birthday. Nah,
It's
relax.
just unnecessary
And
spending.
you know, like more time, you're getting minimum wage, so you're thinking you've just paid
You-
£70
your
for that
whole
meal.
pay.
That's 7 hours of your life on a table.
That's a whole
That's
shit.
true. That's the whole
Yes,
shift.
so
Yeah,
true.
that's so true.
Like, it doesn't make any
I
sense.
feel like not many people have their priorities like straight. Not really straight, but like
But
in a
as
smart
kid,
way.
when you was younger, like, you want to be young. You don't
Yeah,
need
that's what I'm
stress
saying.
about
They're,
everything.
they're stressing themselves now over stuff that they should be worrying about 5 years later.
Very true.
That's very
And their
true.
focus is not where it should be.
Yeah.
But then do you think that's society or literally just social media that's helped to filter that in?
I think it's social
I
media.
think that's social media, I'm not going to
Yeah.
lie. Because a lot of people live, like, that's all they know. Like, some people literally think social media is real life. But people put out what they want you to see.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget that.
It's not even as sad as like a lot of people try and say with influencers and that, like, if phones didn't work or if Instagram went down, their whole career would go down. But I respect what they do and whatnot. Like, don't get me wrong, but it is actually true, because if Instagram went down, that's it. And so these young kids need to realize that as much as you're doing this just to snap it,
Yeah.
after you take the picture, what joy do you get from that?
Exactly. What, a couple likes,
Yeah.
a couple views, but you're not even putting any money to your pocket. Like, what does it mean?
Because you paid like 500 for that Moncler jacket to
Have
keep you
people in your
warm.
comments saying, I wish I was
Hard.
like you, bro. Lend me a tenner. Like, no, man.
Nah, but it's crazy. But there's a lot of expectations, but I even feel like for black girls in particular, the expectations are even higher.
I agree.
They're even higher. Like, I'm seeing sometimes like year 9 girls in wigs, like, wigs.
Even
Yeah,
then,
9.
people wearing pick and drop. Not me, but I'm saying people. Not me. But people was wearing pick and drop. And these guys that have 13x6, lace frontals, HD even.
In year 9. No.
Year 9.
Year 9, that's bare. Well, for me, I feel like that is so young.
To wear wigs.
Yeah.
Because first of all, your hairline's going to be receding
From young.
From young. You're going to be having that tan line from young.
You're gonna be
When's
having to
the
break
first
your
time you lot
your
got
back.
wigs then?
The first time I got a wig was in college.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, same.
In
When I was
college.
like
In
18.
college.
Yeah.
yeah, college.
Like,
Even that was once.
It was a closure even. Like, I didn't start off
yes,
with a
yeah,
frontal.
mine was a closure.
Do you know what I
It was
mean?
a curly closure that would look a mess.
Word.
Crazy. But I do agree with you that black people have to work harder. Remember
Yeah.
that time on Twitter where there was a girl, she was a black girl. I don't know if she got extra money or the highest paid and whatever she was doing. And then she posted her achievement to be like,
Oh,
and
everyone's
yeah,
making
yeah,
it
yeah.
loud.
People-
scrutinizing
yeah,
her,
she
saying,
nearly lost
you're
her
showing
job.
off. Like, people calling her
Her workplace, yeah.
Like, people are congratulating Molly May like that's your sister. So I'm telling you, you can even congratulate someone that's the same basically the same skin color.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, but I feel like black girls can never win because it's like, if she had a comment of flex like, oh, this is all I get and I could work harder, people like, don't put yourself down, sis, because you're going to make other black
and
girls
then
feel
there's
bad.
people gonna be like, oh, why are you showing off? You should be happy that you're getting this much. You can never win with the black community.
But people are obsessed with black girls being humble. Like even that comment that Sideman made about Clarice. Like people are obsessed with black girls being humble. Like I don't understand it. Even like when Quavo took the Bentley away from Sweetie, a lot of that discourse,
boys were enjoying that.
You lot can't even afford Hondas, but you're out here like, if that was me, I would have taken the Bentley back.
Like you can't. That's not even your caliber. You're worrying about the wrong thing.
You can't even buy her a Buzz Sweet at the store, but you're out here.
Lol.
I don't even want to hot people's things up, but it's like really like that's not. It's like watch your budget and watch for yourself.
Exactly. Don't pocket watch.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people do.
But it's just generally like not even pocket like. The standards for black females in particular as well, even to be considered acceptable. Like you have to have the best hair, the best skin, the best body.
And you know what's even frustrating? Like when we go, let's say we have an interview for a job. Yeah. We have braids. In our heads we're thinking like, oh, like
how am I gonna be
if I have braids? But why does it have to?
Why do we have to think like that? Yeah.
Like why can't I just go with my afro and be like, take me as I can? But it's gonna be like they'll say that we don't look presentable. But it's like. Why?
And then people will be like, why are you bringing race into
it? But it is about
race is literally, as long as humans have eyes, race is always going to be.
It's an under... And because in England, race is such an institutional thing. A lot of people
it's deeply
are very
ingrained.
A lot of people are definitely blinded.
But then that's the worst thing because I feel like as black women, like there's two boundaries. Not only are you black, but you're a female as well.
Yeah.
So you're experiencing both of it.
They have the hardest time in society out of all people, black females.
Because even like, you know, like with Shakari, is it Shakari?
Yeah.
If she was a man and she was all this cocky and all this arrogance, it'd be like, I would be like him, like he's a boss, whatever. But when it's a female, it's a lot of.
And why can't
she's she's this?
And why can't like she just big herself up? Like
because no one else is gonna do that for you.
Exactly. No. Exactly.
Like, don't get me wrong, she lost and she's been liking some very wild tweets. But the discourse around, like, so what if she's going to say, see me again at the next Olympics? Because I can't run as fast as her. If sis is in there telling all the interviewees, see me the next Olympics, I believe her. Because I can't even make it to tryouts.
Time off as well.
Yeah. Nah, it's just, it's like... It's harsh to see, especially when you see it on national TV. That's why I always think that Love Island, as much as we do want to watch it for the fun, when I'm watching Kaz, I'm really just thinking, don't raise your tone, don't jump in the pool, everything. I'm micromanaging what she's doing.
I actually couldn't go on Love Island because
my nerves would kick me off.
They'll actually kick me off because look at the way Faye acted with Teddy, but when Kaz did that with, what's his name?
Tyler.
No, Aaron.
Toby or Aaron.
Yeah, one of them, and then they were saying how she's moving like this, she's moving like that, but
it's always
that's just how she feels.
Yeah, and you know what is so annoying? It's always that you're aggressive, and it'll be like you're talking to me, I'm talking to you normally, and it'll be like, you're giving a bit of attitude, that you're aggressive. I'm like, where's this coming from? I don't understand.
It's just like in voicing your opinions. If you don't voice your opinions, the disrespect that can happen to black females is mad.
It's mad.
You could be overlooked, everything like that. But then once you even say, but hold up, I don't like
you're
this.
Problematic. You're not trying to adapt to the situation. You're not being a team worker. But it's like...
being a team worker. I once saw a tweet, and it said that in the in the workplace, if you're black, if you're not always going to speak and you're not always there to speak, then and you're not like always there for everyone else, then they'll think that you're not working hard. Like when you're black, motivated. You've got to come in like, it's such a bad example, but you know Family Guy?
Yeah.
If you don't act like, is Cleveland in Family Guy? Who's the black guy in Family Guy?
Cleveland.
Yeah. If you're not the Cleveland in every Family Guy situation as a black person, you'll be overlooked, you'll be told you're moody, you'll be told you're not a team worker, everything like that.
Moody for me. Like, it's actually the moody for me. And you'll be fine. Like, you won't even be doing anything. Just sitting there minding your business, and it's like, you need a bit of encouragement, like a bit morale. Like, no, I'm fine.
It's just all things like this. These are even things that I wish I'd have told my younger self. Because sometimes, like, you're micromanaging yourself, and you're not even realizing that in that environment, had you have carried yourself different, a lot of situations would be different now. Like particularly, like I don't know if like high school experiences were different for you guys as well. Because would you say you went to a more black
Yeah, my school was definitely predominantly black, 100%.
to like being on the flip side of that, like us three, like certain situations. When you deep it now, you're thinking when you spoke up, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's the worst thing you could ever say." You're really thinking, but all I said was just don't
Seriously?
treat me like that.
Literally.
I feel like
As soon as you
oh wait, go on.
Yeah, as soon as you speak up, they'll be like, nah, sorry, no.
Yeah.
I feel threatened, I feel this, I feel that.
What the
Go
hell?
straight to this person's office.
But I think that that's a
Isolation.
good learning experience because unfortunately the work in the world's gonna be
Yeah.
Right.
similar to
No,
the
that's
Yeah,
very true.
that's
'cause
actually
after
true.
I
So
left
it's
secondary
sad, but-
school and I came to college, I realised that like there's not a lot of black people in this
Yeah.
world, like in
Yeah.
England. That's what I realised.
Yeah.
And then I started to see little things that I didn't really notice in secondary because I was around so many black people.
I feel like with black people, like with my secondary school, basically mainly black, like
Yeah.
mainly white people, but instead of like racism, it was colorism basically. Like that's what
Okay.
the main like thing was. If we're gonna talk about like micromanaging yourself,
Yeah.
that. But then when I went to sixth form, it was like kind of white. I started to realize like it's not that they don't like black people. Yeah, it's you gotta be a certain way. Like you gotta be like very smart or like
Yeah.
funny.
Conform.
Like you gotta,
Yeah.
So like, cause I was mad smart, all the teachers liked me. But if I was like not smart, I think to myself like, how would my educational experience have been?
That
so
is
different
that is
if
true.
I wasn't actually
That is
intelligent?
very
'Cause
true.
From when I was like in year 2, like I've always been like gifted and talented and like mad smart compared to everyone else. So they'd be like, the teachers would praise me all the time. They'd love me. But if I wasn't that smart, I think to myself like, how would I actually be now, having not been labelled like in the way I was and treated differently?
That's
And,
true.
like,
Because then you
obviously-
act on that label. Like
Yeah.
if someone's gonna label you something, I don't know, like bad, you're gonna then act on that.
Yeah.
And that happens to a lot of, especially black boys in secondary school.
Very
Like
true.
a lot.
And
From
it's
time
through
then-
the whole school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because secondary school is 5 years, like some people are so prone to that they think that this is normality, but it isn't. It's not normal.
Even from like reception, I remember being labelled like as early as like year 2, like being labelled like smart. I used to be
Yeah.
sat on a separate table to everyone else, like doing different work with like 4 or 5 other kids. And like at the time I didn't realise it, but it was like saying to everyone, it was saying to me and like everyone else on the table, like, you're way smarter than everyone
Yeah,
else.
you
Like,
like-
you
Yeah.
don't need to be
Yeah.
with these people, like you're a lot better than these other people. And it makes you like wanna work hard and wanna be smart. So like I've always been like top of my class for like basically everything. I'm not even trying to big myself up, but like
No, big
they'll-
yourself
they'll
up.
like-
Like, yeah.
they've labelled me that for my whole time at school, secondary school, sixth form, and like going to uni. Like it's the first place when I literally haven't been labelled as smart, and it's different. But like I feel like the damage is not damage, but like it's been
Effect.
done. Like the
Yeah.
effect. Like now I have such a high sense of self when it comes to like how smart I am compared to like other people that have been labelled like negatively throughout their whole thing.
Yeah.
They probably like don't really care about education, don't think it's worth it, and it really stems from like early stages of when like teachers were like saying, "Oh, you're smart, you're not smart,"
Yeah.
or
that's
like you're in
very
trouble,
true.
like you're naughty.
You know, I think teachers play like a big role in that.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do.
they do, but and they don't realise
They
it
don't
as
at
well.
all.
Yeah, because even in
Like,
our school, like if you wasn't in set 1 or set 2, then it's
Yeah,
everything's in your
Much
hands.
And there
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of black teachers, so like
Everyone used to cling to the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was not many black
like
teachers.
there's a difference between white culture and black culture. So if like a teacher thinks you're a certain way, it's just it's
gonna
not
stick.
like
Yeah.
And you know, teachers talk, so that's going around the whole school.
Exactly. You'll move from another science class and be like, "Oh, Miss so and so told me about you." Like,
Yeah.
and it's
what?
like the norms in that culture is different. Every culture is different.
Yeah.
True.
I feel like even in lower sets, like they treat everyone so.
Mm-hmm.
I was in like set 4 for like English. The difference from being in that set from being like
they
set
don't
2,
care.
like,
Like,
yeah,
they
don't care
actually
about it.
do
They-
not
they
care.
don't care, no.
They just think
They don't.
everyone's a lost cause.
Yeah, and
Like,
they're like,
don't
and they'll
really
always
matter.
do little remarks like, "Well, it's not going to be me taking an exam. It's not going to be me
Yeah.
that's going to be working this
I've
job."
got my
Like,
GCSEs
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
They love that line.
Literally. And they always try to make out that you're the troubled kids.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like even speaking about secondary was okay, but for me, my biggest culture shock came when you went to university.
definitely.
Like that to
Yeah.
me is if you think you're a minority in secondary school, when
when
you go to university,
you realise that there's not a lot of you. So
There's
when
not
there
a
is,
lot.
you've got to cling together.
but then
Yeah.
even then, university brings out the variety. Like I feel like because obviously when in London, if you went to a secondary school, everyone sort of comes from near where you are.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
when you're going to university,
It's from
you're seeing black girls
everywhere.
from Scotland,
Yeah.
and maybe a black girl from like
Ireland.
Nottingham or something,
Yeah.
and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you
You
exist.
exist.
Like,
Exactly.
like, how are things for you? But I feel like for me, that's the biggest culture shock, because not only do you realize that you're a minority, but you see that within that minority, wow, like
It's very different.
Yeah.
And I feel like because when I went to uni, in my course there's only like 5 black people, and I feel like the white people and the lecturers, because my lecturers are all white,
Yeah.
I don't think it's segregation as much as such, but they definitely leave the black people out a lot, and I can see that, and other people have noted that as well, and it's just sad to see, to be honest.
I feel like it's what's that thing? Unconscious bias.
Yeah, it is definitely
Very.
They might not,
unconscious
like,
bias.
Do it
No,
on
they're
purpose,
doing
but, like,
it.
they're like,
But that's with a lot of things. They act like they don't. Well, they might not see what they're doing is like mad, but deep down it's like, yeah, what you're doing is not right.
I feel like it depends on your uni as well. I feel like my uni,
Very
like,
true.
there's quite a few. But I feel like it's because of like where I lived was where all the black people live. So I've always seen black people, a lot of people from London.
Yeah.
Like when you go on campus, like it's all white people living in the comms, or like if I'm in my lecture, like all the black people basically together, there'd be like 5, 6 black people.
And especially because where we go uni, we're in a whole different town, and then all we see is like white people, and it's just like they look at you like you're some different breed,
New something.
or like when you're they're like looking at you like
That's too
like,
loud.
that's too
This is a
loud.
quiet
Where do you
area.
go?
I go to a uni in Kent.
Oh, see, in like Nottingham, like there's like black areas, so I feel like they're used to black people. So I feel like it's
Okay.
like a small version of London. Like it's actually not
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, that's how many old people come to retire.
No, we still have to finish up, but I've just got one, like, this is something else that I feel like could be a discussion. But so everyone else has degrees here, but do you sometimes feel like when you're going to your lectures, like, you have to think about the things that you wear, like how long your nails are, how long your
Yeah.
lashes are,
Oh,
in order to be, because I feel like
definitely.
all of our degrees are actually quite serious degrees.
Yeah, especially
So,
in my course, whenever I
yeah.
have long nails, they'll look at me like, how can you even do this with your nails? It's like, you don't know what I can do
Yeah.
with these nails.
And especially the hair, like you'll come in one day, like let's say, and you'll be touching, like saying, "Oh, raw new hairstyle." Like you don't need to comment on that. Like, yes, I have a new hairstyle. It's not something that's like everybody changes their hair. Like you really don't have to comment on that. It's ridiculous.
But I remember, for me, when I was in first year, I even remember my first day of uni, I didn't even wear fake lashes, 'cause I was thinking, they're going to think, no, because you know what my thought process was? And I literally remember my mum being like, Tia. My thought process was like, they're going to see me coming in with lashes, nails, and they're going to think, this girl's not serious about this degree. Because
get what you mean,
when
though.
sometimes as a black girl, when you come in, even I didn't even want to wear like certain girls are coming to uni first day in tracksuits. Me, I would love to do that, but I felt like I had to come in almost in my Sunday best, as if to say, I'm as serious as you
I
guys.
get what you mean.
Do you know
And
what I
it's
mean?
just annoying.
First
Yeah.
impressions, when they look at you, they're gonna think, all right, cool, this student
Thank
is
you.
not gonna.
Everyone else was in jeans. I remember I had on black smart trousers. Like I wasn't rapping.
Oh my god.
I wasn't rapping.
On my first day, I literally just tried to look good because in case there was things on my course.
No, I don't want to say
That's on the
same.
same. That's on the same.
Everybody done that. Everybody
They
done
were all
that.
girls. I was so sad.
Today, the first day I stepped in, I was thinking,
Definitely
I could just come in
same.
tracksuit.
For real.
But I definitely wore a tracksuit on my lecture. But it was a nice
Yeah.
tracksuit too. You know, if a team
I
saw me,
think
you
I
could
wore
still.
off the shoulder jump.
You said skin out.
Nah, but I don't know. I feel like with me in lectures, I just go
Yeah.
how I come. I feel like I don't want to be in a place where I feel like I'm not accepted. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go however I want to look.
And if you
don't
accept
like
me,
it,
yeah,
then
then-
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But
can leave. Yeah.
I
That's
studied
very true.
physics in not secondary, sixth form for like a year, and I remember I came with long pink nails, and he was like, "I've never seen a physicist. I don't
A physician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wear long pink nails like that. How can you even do like the work?" And I was thinking like,
Why is that a point of
That's
That's the
Yeah.
thing.
conversation?
Like, why are you
Nails,
acting
like,
like
yeah.
nails
Trying
can
to-
change your
And
performance?
it's on my hands.
And
It's not on your hands.
And the thing is that it's not taking away how smart I am. I remember in that
True.
class, I was literally one of the smartest people in that class. Like, don't chat to me about my nails. Like, don't chat to me.
That's what I mean. Like, I feel like the black female body is politicized even much, because even right now,
Oh, yeah.
everyone has different like right, Kirill, yours is only natural, but everyone has wigs. Like we have the only hair that is, if it's too long, then it's a discussion.
Yeah.
If it's too short, then
If
it's
it's too short,
discussion.
then it's
If it's
too-
relaxed, it's a discussion.
Yeah.
If it's
Out,
natural,
it's a discussion.
yeah.
White girls wear wigs, extensions, all
Everything,
the
all the
time.
Yeah.
time, but they always want to comment when a black girl, like, why?
Because
is
Kylie's hair,
it's
it's got
fake.
some tapes in it.
All the time.
All these people,
Some.
she wears
Oh, yeah.
wigs. Literally,
Oh,
she wears
yeah.
wigs. All these like girls always act like
And then
these stuff are such a big thing. Like,
yeah, and then it puts you off as well from like, because you don't want to go to work when you like, oh, in your head you think, oh, they're gonna talk about my hair.
Yeah.
Again. Like,
Even
They
me,
done
when
that
I
my
go to
work.
tomorrow, like my hair,
Yeah,
like
same.
I got highlights and they haven't seen this wig before. Like, they're like, "I got a new wig." No,
New
this thing's
styles.
a year old, like, it's
yeah.
not
And
real.
Yeah.
sometimes at this point when they ask me if this is a sewing, they'll be like, is this real? Yes, it is.
Yeah,
They'll
because
be like, oh, I never knew black. Yes, they can. Like, next.
Well, but even things like that. Oh, I never knew black people's hair can grow so long.
Yeah.
What do you
Sometimes
think?
they're so done though. Like I remember I got asked if my single things were my real hair. They're like, how do you grow your hair that long?
Yeah, and
yeah, how
you know
do you
what-
do your hair
You know
like
what a lady
that?
asked me? She's like, oh, do you have to wash your hair every day? Like, what?
it's because they wash their hair every day. I think.
When they have plaits, yeah, she was like, do you have to wash your hair every day? How do you take it out? Like, do you have to cut it off? I was looking at her like, shut up.
No, literally, that's how it is though. One minute you come with a black wig, the next minute it'll be blonde. Oh, and I think you can change your hair. Like, yeah, I can put on the blonde wig and a black wig in 2 days.
Just because you know that you just have to stick to one hairstyle.
But the thing is, they don't. The hair is very diverse, but it's
Exactly,
only
yeah.
when it comes to us, it's very much like, oh,
We
that's a
want you.
fun one. That's
Yeah.
quirky.
You know, it is. It's
Like-
because for them, I feel like because it's their real hair, they see it as this. Well, this is my real hair. I can do what I want. This is fake hair to you. You know what I mean?
True.
But why would we do anything to our hair if we know that
It's gonna damage
it.
it.
Even that, like the styles like this is protective styling. Like, don't think I hate myself or I hate
Yeah.
my hair. Like,
Yeah.
it's
And that's
far from that, babe.
And that's what they actually think. They feel like
Yeah.
when you wear wigs, babe, they just feel like you don't have hair or that
But
you don't want to show up. But
And that's
no.
with boys as well, though. Boys actually
Yeah.
think girls that wear wigs, girls that have braids,
Oh
do
my
not
God.
have hair.
I
And I'm
don't want to
thinking-
do devil's advocate, but I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna have to. Some girls use like their long hair being natural as a pick
As a
me
pick-me
feature.
thing.
Yeah.
Like,
But no
oh,
one
but
picks
I've,
them.
but Harriet.
No, but boys will even say like, I like natural girls. I like girls with natural
Do you know-
hair,
oh
no
my
makeup.
God.
But then like
Do you know-
the girls that they're gassing up makeup, hair, whatever, and the natural girls are not doing anything. They're saying like, oh, why have you got braids in your hair? Like,
Exactly.
It's like
Do you know
that
what
TikTok.
some-
I like them with
Yeah.
natural hair, they're natural.
Do you know what some boy said to me? Yeah, I have leave out, and obviously, you know, like when you have leave out and your hair gets wet, it goes
Yeah.
curly. So obviously, he saw the curly hair, and he was like, "Oh, I never knew you had hair like this. You have lighty hair, like oh, I like your hair like this." And I was like,
Make it make sense, love.
literally.